Hello everyone, thank you for joining on my another live stream today. So this is the 1st of November 2020 on Sunday. So every Sundays I talk about the forex markets and some commodities and indexes to show what's happening in the market based on the weekly chart and the daily chart. So let's get started now. So we are into the November now, so the year end is nearby. So in Japan, Tokyo, right now it's quite cold. It's getting cold now. And also it's a little bit cloudy, but I hope you're doing well today and enjoying the weekend. So let's get started. So before starting here, as a quick disclaimer, this content is basically based on my experience. So when you take trades, please do with your own responsibility. So let's see who's here first. Let me say hi to everyone real quick, and we're going to into the topic soon. So hi Jussi and Gabriela, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And Kulan, good to see you as well. Thank you for joining. And Peter, WM, and Melanie, thank you for joining. Good to see you again. And Karim, Decoin, Arania, and Yasar, and Aditya, thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you. So let's get started right now from the Euro USD. So every weekend and also Mondays, I look at the weekly chart and also the daily chart. So let's check the weekly chart and the daily chart today too. And actually we are towards the beginning of the month, so I look at the monthly chart too. So let's start from the monthly chart first on this Euro USD. So let me squeeze the frame a little bit lower so that you can see the whole the name of the pair on the left side, and also you know which time frame I'm looking at right now. So starting from the monthly chart and also the weekly chart, Euro USD monthly chart. So this is the price is now technically below the Kumo, but we still see that this is a flat Kumo and flat Kijun Sen. Chikou span touching the candles, so this is range. There's no trends, so that means the price can go up or it can retrace backwards to the Kijun Sen, and we don't know which way it's going based on the monthly chart. When it comes to Forex, I don't really pay attention to the monthly chart because I am a intraday to swing trader. So unless I see some significant Ichimoku like analysis or the candlestick patterns, I don't really so much pay attention to the monthly chart. But this one is quite interesting because we see the engulfing over here. The previous 2 months, well actually previous 3 months was actually engulfing candle. So the candlestick here has been engulfed by the next candlestick here. So there was engulfing. So when I see this engulfing pattern, I draw the horizontal line above the recent high and also the low on this candlestick. And if it breaks downwards or upwards, I will just follow. This is for the candlestick pattern. So and now the price is going down. So looks like the market is breaking this recent low level downwards. So when it happens, we can expect a continuous downtrend, and that's something that we can expect by this monthly chart. Of course, we have a US election next week, so until next Tuesday or Wednesday, I will stay away the market on these USD pairs especially. So let's get to the weekly chart. So on the weekly chart, the price is now consolidating, but this is still bullish equilibrium because the price is above Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, above the Kijun-sen and the Kumo, and Chikou span is still above the candles, so this is bullish. So I expect the market still continue to go up this way. But as we saw the engulfing candle, once the price breaks this low level of 1.161 level downwards, then I expect the market to come back to the Kijun Sen or the Kumo. And right now this is consolidating. So let's see if the market will break this recent low level of this 1.161 level downwards or not next week. So, and let's look at the daily chart. As per the daily chart, the price is going down but still in the range. In the range between the high here, 1.201 area, and also the low here, 1.161 area. The price is now in the range and just going up and down right now. The price broke the Kumo downwards, but I can see that this breakout can be fake because the Kumo is still bullish, and this is, sorry, Kumo is bearish now, but this is flat. You see Senko Span B flat. Senko Span A is technically going down, but the Kumo itself has been flat. And also Kijun Sen is flat too. The Kijun Sen, we can see that it's flat. And also Chikou Span is touching the candles, overlapping with the candles. So in this case, this Kumo breakout might become fake and the price can go up. So until I see the Kumo, Senko Span B go down and also A go down, and also Kijun Sen go down, and also Chikou Span break, until I see these confirmations, I will stay away to look for the sell chance. If they happen, then the price should break the recent low down, and I will start to look for the sell chance afterwards, as this is also the engulfing breakout on the monthly chart as we saw earlier. But the price may go backwards. If the price go backwards this way, then I won't look for buy because this might be still in the range market. So to make the long story short on this Euro USD, I would wait for the breakout of this 1.161 level downwards, otherwise I will stay away. It could be happening after the US election next week. Oh, and also we have FOMC, ADP, employment rate, and also FOMC next week, non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll will be there next week in the US too. So I think USD is going to be very rough next week. So that is the Euro USD analysis by Ichimoku and also price action. Alright, and I start to see lots of more traders coming in. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. Alright, and Roy, thank you for joining. Good to see you. 2 typhoons coming here in the Philippines. Oh, alright. Yeah. I hope you are safe in Philippines. Yeah, typhoons are scary. Yeah, we have typhoons in Tokyo too. And the storms, thunderstorms are very severe. So I hope you be safe. And hi James and Vincent, thank you for joining. And Golam, good to see you too. And Yoron, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. Yoron is actually the moderator from the Netherlands, and you can see his introduction over here on my website. Top page, scroll down, and you can find his introduction here. So yeah, please enjoy his introduction. Alright. And KK10, Hui, and Ken, thank you for joining, and Ajay, good to see you too. So that was Euro USD. So let's move on to the next one, Euro GBP. Starting from the monthly chart, because we are towards the new month. So always look at the monthly chart when monthly candlestick close. So last month was this bearish candle on this monthly chart, and this is flat ranging, we know, because the Kumo flat and Kijun Sen flat, Chikou Span touching the candles, overlapping with the candles. So in the monthly chart, we can see that there is no trends. So I will just ignore the monthly chart and look at the weekly chart. And the weekly chart also shows that this is ranging. Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. Chikou span very close to the candles, so the price can go down to Kumo or go up, and we don't know which way it's going. But one thing that is very significant is that, like I told this before on my past live stream on this weekly analysis, we find there is an engulfing pattern also. On this candlestick of the September this month, there's a big bullish candlestick engulfing the future couple weeks candles. So the highest price was here on this 0.9299 price level, and also the low was at this level, 0.892 level, and you can see that all these candlesticks have been engulfed by one previous big bullish candle. So until the market breaks towards either direction, I think we better wait, because until the breakout happens, the price can go up and down, up and down. And also, as the Ichimoku line shows, Kumo flat, Kijun-sen is flat, and Chikou span too close to the candles, so this is still ranging. So this is very difficult to forecast which way the price is going now. So that's a weekly chart, and let's look at the daily chart. As for the daily chart, this is starting downtrending because Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen both moving down, price below the Kumo, and also the Chikou span is below the candles. So we can expect this continuous bearish in wave, and the price can reach all the way to the recent low level on this price level of a 0.892 area, or all the way to the low over here, which is 0.886 area. The price can reach towards either price, looks like. However, I can see that the Kumo is too young, too short. Kumo just twisted, and this is not the strong confirmation for this downtrend. So I would wait until the Kumo develops more to downwards like this way and look for sell chance. Because when you see the very young and short Kumo like this, the price can retrace still backwards to the Kumo here. So yeah, let's just wait for the Kumo develops more, thicker and longer. Then we can look for the sell chance afterwards. Or you can look at the forward chart, and if you see forward chart downtrending, then you can always look for sell chance afterwards. So, but today on this weekly analysis, I mainly focus on the weekly chart and also the daily chart. And today, I talk about the monthly chart because this is exactly when the monthly candlestick closes yesterday or last Friday. So let's move on to Euro JPY. Euro JPY was quite bearish last month of October. We can see that there is a bearish candlestick, and it looks like the price is now reaching towards the Kijun-sen on this reverse N wave. So I expect the market to continue to go down to the Kijun-sen. Senko span is retracing backwards now, so the price may continue to go down still a little bit more. The candlestick, the Chikou span will touch the candlestick then the market might be bounced off of this Kijun-sen and go up this way, is my view here. So that's the monthly chart. And let's move down to, sorry, that's a weekly chart, sorry. Monthly chart, sorry, I was looking at the weekly chart. So sorry, let me redo my analysis on this monthly chart. Sorry about the confusion. So as per the monthly chart, I can see that the price is now below, well, in between Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, and Kijun Tenkan-sen flat. Kumo looks to be uptrending, but the tricky part is that this Kumo is bearish Kumo. So we cannot trust this up Kumo here because this is bearish. In my color setting, this dark gray is the bullish Kumo, and this light gray is a bearish Kumo. And we can see this a bearish Kumo, so we can expect the market to continue to go down this way. And the Chikou span below the candles, so this is downtrend or bearish confirmation. So as per this monthly chart, Euro JPY, yeah, it's a monthly chart, right? Yeah, it's a monthly chart. Euro JPY, I expect the market to continue to go down to at least Tenkan-sen here. The blue one is Tenkan-sen. So let's look at the weekly chart. So weekly chart, last week was big bearish candle and broke the recent low downwards this way. And now we see this bearish in wave on this weekly chart. So the price can reach to the Kijun-sen. Because whenever you see flat Kijun-sen and flat Kumo like this, the price can reach over to the Kijun-sen or the Kumo here. Chikou span will touch the candle couple of weeks later. And when it happens, we don't really want to look for buy or sell chance on this weekly chart basis. And let's look at the daily chart. Daily chart shows that this is bearish trend because we see the Kumo Senko span B down, A down, and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen down, and Chikou span below the candles. We saw Chikou span break out last Thursday, and this was a great confirmation for this bearish move. And the price is locating below the Tenkan Kijun-sen and also the Kumo here. So when it comes to looking for the trend direction, you better focus on this Kumo direction. I mean the Senko span B and also the A angle. And if you see the both Senko span B and A pointing downwards like this on this bearish Kumo here, we can expect the continuous downtrend afterwards. So this is a pair that I keep watching next week to capture the selling edge next week. So I will put the flag on this Euro JPY. And let's move on to the next one. USD JPY and the monthly chart. I start to see some comments now, but let me finish on this analysis first, and then I will come back to the comments later on, because I don't want to jump around these topics. So let me do my analysis first. Yeah, thank you for the patience. Alright, so here is USD JPY monthly chart, and we see this bearish trend because the Kumo is bearish. We see Senko span BA flat and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen flat, but Chikou span below the candles, so this is bearish. So in terms of the equilibrium, this is bearish. But because the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen flat right now, and also the Kumo flat also, the price may retrace backwards to Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen. However, I can see that this is bearish. So after the retracement to, for example, Kijun-sen, the price can continue to go down this way. So that's something that we can expect next week. We have to watch out for the retracement on this monthly basis. And the weekly chart. So weekly chart show that this is also bearish move because the Kumo is flat. Well, actually the price is below Kumo, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Chikou span below the candles. But the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, so the price can retrace backwards to Kumo or Kijun-sen on this weekly chart. We can see that there is a support area. There's a support line here on this price of a 104.03 area. So it might become double bottom and price retrace backwards to Kumo or Kijun-sen on this weekly chart basis. And let's move down to daily chart. Alright, the daily chart also shows that this is bearish in its equilibrium, but the price may come back to Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen or Kumo because they are flat. And then the price may continue to go down afterwards. So yeah, always look for the trending market. And I can see that this is not trending because once again, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, Kumo flat. We have to wait until the Kijun-sen and also the Kumo to go down to look for the sell chance, and most likely it will happen after the break of the recent low, this way, of this 104.033 price level. So, and once again, this is USD pair, so watch out for next big news in the US. So let's move on to CADJPY and the monthly chart. So CADJPY monthly chart shows that this is bearish in its equilibrium because the price is located below Tenkan Kijun Kumo here, Chikou span below the candles. So we can expect this bearish move in the long term. However, once again, because the Kumo flat and the Kijun Sen flat, the price may come back to Kijun Sen or Kumo. So that's the monthly chart. And the weekly chart shows that this is ranging. The price is simply in the Kumo now, and the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. Chikou span is very close to the candles, so this is ranging. I see that this is a P wave range. It's a triangle, symmetrical triangle range, and it looks like it's breaking down. But also, I can see that there was a support by this Kijun Sen on this weekly chart, so the price may come back to the previous high. So this is very tricky. So we have to expect the market might bounce off of this Kijun Sen right now on this weekly chart. So let's move down to the daily chart. Okay, on this daily basis, this is bearish because the price is below Tenkan Kijun and the Kumo, and we saw Chikou span breakout last Thursday and Friday, and also this P wave break was happening on the daily chart, so the price may continue to go down this way. But once again, we saw the range market on the weekly chart basis, so the price may retrace backwards to this P wave area one more time next week. So I would look for sell chance after the Kumo go down and Kijun Sen go down, and after I see the decent Chikou span break, then I will start to look for sell chance. Otherwise, the price may retrace backwards and I won't look for sell. So that's the CADJPY. So let's move on to AUD USD and the monthly chart. AUD USD monthly chart is it's a range because the price is in between Kumo and Kijun Sen, Chikou span touching the candles. So when you see the setup like this, you better stay away. So in the monthly chart, we don't know which way the price is going, so I will just ignore the monthly chart for now. And the weekly chart. Alright, weekly chart shows that this is still bullish because the price is still above the Kijun Sen and the Kumo. Chikou span is still above the candles. And it looks like the Chikou span was supported by this Senko span B twice. In this area, Chikou span supported by this Senko span B twice, so the price may go up afterwards as Chikou span will be supported and go up this way. But it might go down, right? It might come back to the Kijun Sen, so we'll see. Let's move on to the daily chart. Okay, on this daily chart, let's see. So looks like the price is going down now, and I can see this kind of descending P wave, and the price may break downwards all the way. I would just wait for the Chikou span break, and also the Kumo go down, and Kijun Sen go down this way, and look for sell chance afterwards. So that's the AUD USD daily chart. So once again, as long as we see the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, the price may come back to the Kumo or Kijun Sen. So yeah, we better wait for the downtrend confirmation always, and that can be confirmed by this Kumo and Kijun Sen points downwards. And in this particular case, once again, better to wait for the Chikou span breakout as well. So that's something that I'll be waiting for next week on this AUD USD. So let's move on to Euro AUD and look at the monthly chart. So monthly chart, it's flat, right? It's flat, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span technically above the candles, but I can see that the price is in between the Kijun Sen and the Kumo here, so there's no trends in terms of this monthly chart. And let's look at the weekly chart, and this is very tricky. The price once went up all the way, and now it's going back now and consolidating. And I can see that this is still range market. And also on this weekly chart, I see that the market has been resisted by this Kijun Sen last week and last week, so the price may go down afterwards. If the market breaks the Kijun Sen upwards, then we better not to take trades. But I can see that this is still bearish, so the price may continue to go down as it's still below the Kijun Sen and the Kumo here. So let's move down to the daily chart. Let's see, on this daily chart, this is, hold on, let me enlarge. So I can see that the price is touching the Kijun Sen now, almost breaking the Kijun Sen downwards. So next week, if we see Kijun Sen break, then we better not to look for buy chance anymore. But if next Monday, Tuesday, if the market starts to go up afterwards, then and also Kijun Sen go up and Kumo go up this way, that will be the buy chance. Chikou span should go away from the candlestick also. So that's something that I wait for. Alright, so let's see. Finally, let's look at the AUD JPY and the monthly chart. And this is ranging. There's no trends because the price is simply between Kijun Sen and Tenkan Sen. So yeah, I will just skip this one. And looking at the weekly chart, the Kumo flat, the price is technically above the Kijun Sen, so this may still become a bullish in wave afterwards this way. But if the market breaks the Kijun Sen downwards this way, then we shouldn't look for the buy chance anymore. It may continue to go bearish on this bearish in wave. So whether the market will be supported by this Kijun Sen or not is going to be the theme on this weekly chart. And let's go down to the daily chart. Alright, daily shows that this is still bearish. The price below Tenkan Kijun Kumo, Chikou span below the candles. So this is still bearish. And we can see that there are two consecutive doji candles from last Thursday and Friday. So I would wait for that this doji candle break towards either direction. And I expect the market breaks it downwards this way. And when it happens, the Kijun Sen should point down and Kumo should point down, and I will look for the sell chance afterwards. But if the market retraces backwards after this doji break, then I wouldn't look for any trade chances. So that's the AUD JPY. So just wait for this doji break towards downwards, then we can look for sell chance afterwards. Alright, so that covers these pairs. So looks like among these pairs, I can see that Euro JPY has the only decent downtrend. Other ones were pretty much flat. So we have to wait. We have to expect some kind of retracements. But Euro JPY is the only pair among this watch list. Once again, Senko span B down, A down, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen down, and Chikou span below the candles. So this one is a nice one to look for sell sometime next week. Alright, so let's move on to gold. Gold monthly chart still shows that this is bullish. We see Kumo moving up and Kijun Sen is moving up. Chikou span above the candles. So this is bullish still. So the Tenkan Sen is flat. So the price may retrace backwards to the Tenkan Sen, but I can still see the potential uptrend afterwards this way. So on this one too, we have to watch out for the news next week related to the USD. So better option would be do nothing until, or actually I know, after the US election, we can come back to the chart on this gold as well. So let's break it down to the weekly chart. Alright, so weekly chart still shows that this is bullish trend as the price simply above Kijun Sen Kumo, Chikou span above the candles. So the momentum is still bullish. Looks like the market has been supported by this Kijun Sen twice, so the price may go up afterwards this way. If the market breaks the Kijun Sen downwards, then we cannot look for buy chance anymore. We might see the lower time frame will be downtrending. For example, 4-hour chart might be downtrending, so we can look for the sell chance in lower time frames when it happens. So let's look at the daily chart. Alright, daily chart shows that this is flat still, but because this is the Kumo flat, Senko span A is flat, B is down, but the A is flat, and Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen flat. Chikou span touching the candles now, so this is ranging. So the price may come back to Kijun Sen or Kumo in this market. And looks like the whole time it's been ranging on this gold. So I don't take any trades on gold recently because of this ranging market. Until I see the next trending market, I will stay away from gold, most likely. I was seeing the nice uptrend on this area here between this 5th of June this year all the way up to here 7th of August. I saw the uptrend, so I was looking for the buy chance and I took some buys and got some profit between these days. But after this 7th of October, after we saw this downtrend, I can see that this is still ranging market. Basically, it just goes up and down, and it looks like there is no direction to it. So that's why I just stay away from this gold. So let's move down to US oil. And let's look at the monthly chart. Alright, so the monthly chart shows that this is becoming bearish now because I see the Kumo's sloping down, Senko span A's sloping down, and the price broke the Kijun Sen downwards this way. Chikou span is still below the candles, so this is bearish and the price may continue to go down this way in this case. So let's look at the weekly chart. Alright, weekly shows that this is basically flat. The price is above the Kumo Kijun Sen, but if you look at the Kumo the whole time, it's been flat. We see this Kumo twist to bullish, but this is too young, too short. So whenever you see this very small, small tiny Kumo here, it might twist backwards. So we have to be careful. Let's see, and the Chikou span looks like it's going, it's going towards the candles now. So it also shows that this is ranging market. Last week was bearish, so let's look at the daily chart to break it down. Alright, so the daily chart shows that this is going down. The momentum is bearish simply because the price is below Tenkan, Kijun, and Kumo, Chikou span below the candles. So at a glance, we know that this is bearish. So we can expect this continuous bearish end wave in this case. However, once again, because the Kumo flat and the Kijun Sen flat right now, the price may retrace backwards to Kijun Sen or the Kumo, but as long as it downtrends, it should go down this way. Or it may be resisted in this area. The price might be resisted in this area between 36.62 and 36.17 and may continue to go down this way. So we'll see if it happens. Personally, I don't take trades on this oil, USD oil, but I just refer to it to show this overview of the market. So let's move on to some indexes. So I will check the Nikkei first of all. And so Nikkei shows that this is becoming bearish now. And because the flat Kumo and Kijun Sen and Chikou span touching the candles, so the price may come back to Kumo or Kijun Sen on this monthly chart basis. And the weekly chart. Alright, weekly chart shows that this is becoming also bearish, but because the price broke the Tenkan Sen downwards now. But Chikou span above the candles. But because of this bearish move, the price may continue to go down to Kijun Sen, and Chikou span will touch the candles. So that's something that we expect next week. So let's look at the daily chart. So we can even confirm this bearish move on the daily chart because the price is now broke the Kijun Sen downwards this way, and it's now into the Kumo here. And Chikou span breakout was happening last Friday. So once we see the Kumo breakout, that will be a serious downtrend. And at the Kumo breakout, the Kumo should twist bearish. So that might be the beginning of this downtrend move. So we'll see if it happens next week or not. And let's move on to S&P 500. And let's look at the monthly chart first. Alright, so this is a monthly chart and we can still see that this is bullish. Or last month and last month was bearish. So in the short term, this is bearish move. But overall, on this monthly chart, I can still see that this is bullish because the price is above Tenkan Kijun Sen and the Kumo here, Chikou span above the candles. So this is bullish move. And I can see that there was also another engulfing or inside bar. We can see that the highest price here and also the lowest price here. The two second previous month, in the month of September, high and low were actually completely engulfing the next candle. So we can follow towards either breakout direction next month or next month. But this is on the larger scope on this monthly chart, and it may happen. It may take a couple more months or weeks or months to happen. So yeah, with that in my head, let's look at the weekly chart. So based on the weekly chart, this is now bearish. I mean, it's range, I would say, because the price is now in the P wave and the price is going down to the Kijun Sen now. So it might reach to Kijun Sen. So we have to be careful for this retracement. Of course, it might be affected by the US election and also non-farm payroll next week. So we have to be careful. Alright, and let's look at the daily chart. S&P 500 daily chart shows that this is bearish now because we see the Kumo breakout Kijun Sen Kumo breakout, and Chikou span exactly and overlapping with the candles, but we see bearish Kumo now. So once we see this Kijun Sen break, this Chikou span break, and also the Kumo develops more bearish like this way, then it might be the serious downtrend afterwards. So that's something that I will be expecting. But overall, this is range market because of this P wave structure. This is range. And in this P wave, what you have to focus on this is this Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen location. As I said before, when you simply see the Tenkan-sen below the Kijun-sen like this, you see the Tenkan-sen here, and Kijun-sen is over here. So you can clearly see that the Tenkan-sen below the Kijun-sen. And in this particular case, we can expect the market breaks the P wave downwards. So it may happen next week. So better watch out for that move. And let's move on to Nasdaq. Alright, Nasdaq monthly chart shows that this is a strong bullish trend. So yeah, we can expect the continuous bullish move on this one. So let's look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart is also the same as the S&P 500. This is retracing backwards to Kijun-sen now. So it may continue to go down all the way to Kijun-sen. And the daily chart. Alright, the daily chart also shows that this is P wave range. We see the lower highs and higher lows here, and the Tenkan-sen below the Kijun-sen, so it may break it downwards this way. So watch out this move next week on this Nasdaq. And let's move on to Dow Jones. Dow Jones looks a little bit different. So starting from the monthly chart shows that this is flat. So you saw Nasdaq is uptrend and S&P 500 also uptrend. But on this Dow Jones, this is flat range. So the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, Chikou span overlaps with the candles. So in this case, the price can come back to the Kijun-sen and the Kumo. And this is more pips than the Nasdaq and S&P 500. So let's move on to the weekly chart. Alright, weekly chart also show that this is flat ranging because the Kumo flat, Senkou span A retracing right now, Kijun-sen flat, and Chikou span also retracing to the candles. So this is flat ranging. So I expect the market may continue to go down afterwards this way. And looking at the daily chart. So daily chart also shows that this is bearish because we see Kumo twist bearish and also Tenkan Kijun-sen moving downwards. And then Chikou span break was about to happen. So if the market continues to go down this way, in that case, we shouldn't look for a buy chance yet. We see a couple of previous lows in these levels. Oops, hold on. On these levels, there were previous lows. So yeah, we can expect the market might be going down all the way to one of these previous lows. But as long as I see this right now, this is bearish. So I expect this a bearish in wave towards next week. So that's Dow Jones daily chart. And let's look at the Euro stocks. And starting from the monthly chart, Euro stocks is range, it's flat. So there's no direction. Kumo's very thin, like a thread, very thin. And the Kijun-sen is also flat. Chikou span touching the candles or very close to the candles. So this is range confirmation. I don't know which way the price is going on this monthly chart basis. There's no clue. So let's look at the Euro Stocks weekly chart. Weekly chart also shows that this is flat ranging. Price is now into the Kumo now, and Kumo itself is flat, Kijun-sen flat, Chikou span very close to the candles now. So this is flat. So I have no clues as to which way the price is going. So let's break it down to the daily chart. Daily chart shows that this is continuous downtrend. We see Kumo, B down, A down, and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen down, Chikou span below the candles. So this is bearish. So we can expect this continuous bearish in wave in this case. Just as we saw on this Euro JPY, this is also bearish. So Euro JPY was showing bearish. So it looks very much the same on this Euro stocks as well. This one looks even more stronger bearish move. So let's see. Let's move on to FTSE 100 and the monthly chart and see what we can find. Alright, monthly chart show that this is also bearish. We saw the bearish candlestick last month, and the price is simply below Tenkan, Kijun, Kumo, Chikou span below the candles. So this is bearish. And we see the Senko span A is going down, and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen are going down also. So in this case, the price may retrace backwards a little bit more after this bounce of the Kijun-sen. This looks to be still bearish to me. So weekly chart. Alright, so weekly charts also show that this might be the bearish trend next week, next week, because price below Kumo, Kijun-sen, and I can see that the Chikou span break happened last week on this bearish weekly candlestick. Chikou span broke the candles downwards, so the price may continue to go down this way still. And when you start to see this Senko span B going down like this way on the weekly chart, it might still continue to go down, so you have to watch out this one. And let's look at the daily chart. Alright, so the daily chart also shows that this is bearish. So monthly chart, weekly chart bearish, and the daily chart also bearish on this FTSE 100. So the reason is because the Kumo's moving down, and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen down, Chikou span below the candles. So it may continue to go down on this bearish end wave. So watch out for this resistance of this Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen, and we should look for buy chance in this case. Until we see the break of Tenkan, Kijun-sen and the Kumo upwards, we should look for buy chance at this moment. So yeah, I heard that there was a new lockdown in the UK and also France too, and that's probably why the stock market's going down right now. But let's look at the CAC France and the monthly chart as well. Yeah, I hope everything will be better anytime soon. Yeah, please stay healthy as always. So the monthly chart CAC France shows that this is flat ranging, so I don't know which way the price is going. Kumo completely flat, Kijun-sen is also flat, so this is flat ranging market. But last month was bearish, so let's break it down to the weekly chart. Alright, so weekly chart also shows that this is ranging, Kumo ranging, Kijun-sen flat, Chikou span very close to the candles, so this is ranging, so it can go up, down, and we don't know which way it's going. So let's look at the daily chart. On the daily chart, we saw the gap. The 28th of October, we saw gap in between, and this looks to be bearish still. The Kumo is moving down, Senko span A is down, Kijun-sen flat, Tenkan-sen down, Chikou span below the candles, so this is bearish move. So first, next week we will see if the market will fill the gap. And once it does, the price may reach to Kijun Sen. But the market might be resisted by the Kijun Sen and continue to go down this way. So yeah, let's see if it happens sometime next week. Or it might not gonna fill the gap and the price may continue to go down afterwards. So we'll see if that happens or not. Basically, this is due to some fundamental news as well. Okay, so let's move on to DAX index and monthly chart. So monthly chart flat, right? Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, price in the Kumo, Chikou span in the candle. So this is a flat ranging. So yeah, this is very much ranging market. There's no direction. And the weekly chart also flat ranging. Kumo flat, Senkou span A retracing backwards. Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span very close to the candle. So this is flat ranging also. Last week was bearish. So let's break it down to the daily chart. Alright, so daily chart also shows that this is bearish trend. As we saw this Kumo pointing down, Kijun Sen sloping down a little bit, and also the Tenkan Sen, Chikou span below the candles. So I think this is also due to some news related to Germany. But this is moving down now. So in this particular case, you cannot really expect the bullish trend until we start to see the bullish trend on the lower time frame. On the daily chart basis, this looks to be still bearish to me. Yeah, so I really hope that the things will be, getting better after this COVID situation. Yeah, in Japan, well, at least in Tokyo, the number of the case is actually like 200 people every day in Tokyo only. But still, it is increasing. And because towards this winter time, as it gets colder, we expect the number of waves to increase more. So yeah, we better be careful as always. So let's move on to Australia 200, and we see also this is range market. Simply at a glance, Kumo flat like a thread, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span touching the candle, so this is flat ranging. So weekly chart also shows that this is ranging. The Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is very close to the candle still, so it's ranging market. And let's move on to the daily chart. Alright, daily chart also shows that this is ranging. Price is in the Kumo now. The Kumo itself is flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span touching the candles. So there's no buy or sell chances in this particular market. So let's move on to the Nifty 50. Starting from the monthly chart. Alright, so monthly chart is also, this is, in the short term, this is bullish. But I can see that the Kumo flat and Kijun Sen flat, in this particular case, Chikou span still touching the candles, so it may reverse backwards to Kumo or Kijun Sen. So we cannot be still positive for this bullish movement on this Nifty 50 as per this monthly chart. So let's break it down to the weekly chart and see if we can see some trends or not. So weekly shows that this is bullish in its equilibrium because the price above Tenkan Kijun Kumo here, Chikou span above the candles. So this is bullish. We can still expect the market continue to go up on this bullish N wave afterwards. So let's break it down to the daily chart. On this daily chart, it's flat now. The price is now below the Tenkan Sen and it's sloping down now. So, and the Kumo retracing backwards, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is heading towards the candles now. So this is flat ranging. So until we see this bullish Kumo and also this bullish Kijun Sen, we better wait for the uptrend or to look for buy chance. Now this is just ranging. So the price may come back to the Kijun Sen or the Kumo in this case. No buying chances yet. So let's move on to Hansen finally. So looking at the monthly chart, it's been ranging also. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. So it's ranging. We see a monthly chart is engulfing candle. So and also the doji candle shows that there was no trends from the previous month. So weekly chart is ranging also. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. The price is now into the Kumo and Chikou span touching the candles. So there is no direction on this weekly chart as well. Looks like it's pretty much ranging everywhere. The daily chart also ranging. I mean, there is no trend. Maybe I shouldn't say range because, or I better say no trend. I used to say in Japanese we call it like a trendless, like there is no trend. So yeah, maybe I would say trendless. There's no trend, or no trend will be the right word to use it, because Kumo flat and the price in between Kumo and Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is still touching the candles, so this is no trend. So the price may go up, go down, and we don't know which way it's going at this moment. So that covers the whole Forex pairs, commodity, gold and oil, and also the indexes. So let's review some of the news next week, and I will come back to some comments for today. So let's open the calendar now. So I just picked up the ones that are actually very important. So let me hide this chat and let me squeeze my face a little bit so that you can see the whole thing on this page. Alright, there you go. So we are moving on towards the November now, and we have of course US election next week, so that's something that is very important. But let's look at a couple of other news that might be impacting on other currencies as well. So next Monday we have ISM manufacturing PMI and the US. So that's the only news to pay attention next Monday. And moving on to next Tuesday, we have a couple of news on this rate statement on the AUD. It might impact the market. And of course also US election will be there next Tuesday. So most likely I will stay away from the chart until next Wednesday, and if I see some trends next Wednesday, I will take some trades. But usually after the presidential election, 4 years ago also, after that the market was quite volatile. I think when the Trump won the election previously, once the price went downwards, I mean USD JPY went downwards all the way. USD was sold initially, and afterwards it continued to be bought. So yeah, we might, of course, we will see some volatility in the market after this election. So if you're not still confident on the trading strategies or the trend directions, then we better stay away, probably until next week. Or you have to put that stop loss every time you take trades after this big news, because there might be some volatilities afterwards. So that was a big lesson for me 4 years ago. So let's see, let's move on to the next one. NZD, this is technically the in the morning time, Asian time, NZD has unemployment rate. And also in Japan, we have a monetary policy that might impact the market, and JPY cross pairs And also on Wednesday there is ADP employment, and also AUD retail sales will be there, ADP employment rate in the US, and also ISM services PMI in the US as well. Lots of news next week. And Thursday, we even have more news on this AUD trade balance and Euro retail sales, and pound we have monetary policy on pound. So watch out on this one, interest rate, and also FOMC. FOMC will be there in the US next Thursday. So looks like next week is going to be very much volatile. And finally on Friday next week we have a non-farm payrolls in the US, and before that in the AUD we have monetary policy Friday, and also unemployment rate in Canada as well. So this is the beginning of the month, so we have lots and lots of news next week, and also the US election. So yeah, gotta be careful. Make sure to put the stop loss next week every time you take trades. You might also want to take only 1% risk per trade next week because of this expected volatility in the market. So that covers the whole news that's coming up next week on these pairs. So let's come back to some comments now, and I see Gopi joined the Ichimoku community. So welcome Gopi, and stay gold. Make sure you access to the community tab on YouTube and access to Discord so that you can see all the perks to join the Ichimoku community. Recently, I released the new book, which is Ichimoku Basic Theories book, that is available in this community as well. So you can download this book and also the Ichimoku Basic Master book to master the Ichimoku and become the Ichimoker in the future. So please get these perks, and I will see you on the membership live in the future. So once again, Gopi, thank you for joining, and stay gold. So let's review some comments now. Alright, I get lots of comments today. Thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you. And thank you for the support as always. Alright, Eagle, James, Freddy, Prander, thank you for joining. And yep, Melanie, stay safe. Yep, everyone, please stay safe, stay healthy. Yep, it is important. It's a primary. The health is actually the primary thing. It's more important than money. Hey Brian, thank you for joining. Based on your experience, when should we start to move stop loss to break even so that we are not easily stopped out? I usually move the stop loss to break even when I see the market towards my direction. So in lower time frame, when I start to see the bullish in wave after I take a buy, then that's when I move the stop loss to break even. And if the market goes backwards afterwards, then I would just take the break even and still look for the next trade chance. But as long as you follow a trend direction, the price should go towards your direction, at least in the lower time frames. And when you confirm it, that's when you can move the stop loss to break even. Yeah, so break even is very important, and every time I take trades, I think that in my view, I think that until I set the break even is actually the game I play. Once I set the break even, then basically I stay away from the chart because I won't lose any money anymore. So that I keep becoming, taking the game where there's a break even or win game to become a non-losing trader, as it says here. So yeah, for me, becoming non-losing is more important than winning, and that's why I care about the risk to reward ratio more than the winning rate. and I take minimum losses every time I take trades. That's my trade philosophy, and that's how I present Ichimoku and also my strategies in this YouTube channel. So small losses are okay. I mean, small losses will happen, and losses do happen for me too. Losses do happen. My winning rate is about like 35% to 40% over the month average. So the losses do happen, but because my losses are very small every time, and when it comes to take the profit, I take it bigger so that my profit covers all previous small losses, and that's my idea. So yeah, once again, once I set the break even, then that's already done with my job. Basically, I stay away. Maybe I will come back to the chart after 2 hours, 3 hours later, and if I find the market to be going towards my direction still, then that's when I start to look for a trail, look for when I trail the profit, or up to where I trade the profit. James says, I look for wild moves moved in the US stock market all week, here as election will likely be consistent. Yep, that's right, that's right. Election we have to be aware of next week. So I am a Forex trader. I am a full-time Forex trader for the last 7 years, and I see the major pairs mainly. But yeah, whenever I see these big news, either I stay away, or I make sure to put the break even before the news comes. And if I can't set the break even, then I will basically exit and come back to the chart after the news. But once I set the break even, then I will just keep it, because even the price goes backwards due to the news, I won't lose still. And I can always come back to the chart after the news and look for some other trading edges. So yeah, next week, because of this, because of the beginning of the month and also the US election, we expect lots of volatilities in the market. So make sure you put the break even before the news. Otherwise, better to stay away without any positions in the market. Hi Anthony, thank you for joining. Happy Sunday. Yeah, happy Sunday, happy weekend, and happy Halloweens. Alright, Pat B, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. Alright, Ivan. Nice day, Sunday. Yep. Stavros, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And Marvin. I am Amy, thank you for joining too. Good to see you. Alright. Let's see. Sujoy. Good to see you. And let's see. Gold in the P wave. Yep. Gold was in the P wave. Looking for the candle trend line breakout for buy. Alright, so let's come back to the gold right now. And yes, I was talking about the P wave on gold. So let's see. So yeah, looks like this is still ranging, but we have to wait for the Chikou span break in this case. As long as I see the Chikou span still overlapping with the candles, this is ranging to me. So the price may come back to the Kumo still. So, but after this P wave breakout, after this P wave break, now it looks like this is bearish move. So the price might be resisted by this Kijun Sen and go down this way too. But even if it happens, we have to wait for this Chikou span breakout to look for the sell chance afterwards. That would be my advice. And in the meantime, Kumo should go down, and Chikou span, the Tenkan Sen and Kijun Sen should go down as well. Yeah. Chikou span is very important actually. You might think that it just shifted 26 to the back, but Chikou span is also very important to look at. Whenever you see Chikou span still overlaps with the candles, you don't want to take any trades. Just wait for the Chikou span break and look for the trading edges for that direction. Oh, Tuan, thank you for the comment. Nice haircut. Thank you. Yep. I made it a little bit shorter. Yeah, I cut the hair myself. So yeah, hopefully it looks better now. I trim a little bit. Some parts are still incomplete. So this is my haircut project. But hopefully it looks fine now. Yeah, sometimes I like to do things by my own. Like I like the plastic. I like to create things. And due to the COVID, I don't want to go to somewhere, that is kind of crowded. So recently, I decided to cut my hair by myself, and hope it works okay. Alright, yes sir, stay gold, alright. Okuhari, thanks for the words. I really give you a big respect. Thank you for that. You are the only one who Ichimoku study I like. Do you publish the book? Yeah, this book I have, but this is only available for Ichimoku community members. So once you join the community, then you can have this book. Yeah. And yeah, the book is technically free, but the community is actually monthly subscription. This is about I think 30 USD monthly subscription. I set the price in JPY 3000 JPY. So if you convert it in your currency, that will be the monthly charge. And I don't ask you to pay extra to get these books. So technically in the community, the books are free. Alright, let's see. Senior says, yes, interesting point in the US indices right now. The weekly quotes are negative 0.93% today. Yeah, it's become bearish now, especially Dow Jones. Yeah, especially Dow Jones looks to be bearish. So yeah, it's going down. Daily chart. I can see that this is bearish. So once again, Chikou span is almost breaking the candles downwards. Once it breaks, and it is kind of retracing backwards. So I would wait until the Chikou span takes away from the candles, and it might, and also it can break this Senko span B downwards too. In that case, I will still expect the continuous bearish trend on this Dow Jones. But yeah, this is bearish. This is more bearish than Nasdaq or S&P 500. Alright. Yep, AUD USD I covered it already. XRP I don't take trades, so yeah, I don't talk about it today. But yeah, I'm thinking to do some talks about the cryptocurrencies analysis by Ichimoku in my future lives. So yeah, you can find my analysis on this sometime near future. Alright, US lockdown, UK lockdown from this Thursday. Yeah, I heard the news. The number is still increasing in the UK and France, Germany, and also Belgium too, I heard. That was a big news in Japan. So I hope you and your family, friends are all healthy and safe. Yep. And oh, once again, Gopi, welcome to the Ichimoku community. And New Zealand USD. Alright, New Zealand USD, let's take a look at it. As this is a Forex pair. NZD USD. And let's look at the monthly and weekly chart. Okay, monthly chart is flat, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. Chikou span overlaps with the candles, it's flat. And the weekly chart also shows that this is flat. I mean, this is uptrend, sorry. This is bullish. The momentum is bullish. The equilibrium, because the price above, Kijun Sen Kumo, Chikou span above the candles. So we can still expect this bullish movement. And we can see that this is in the P wave now. So, and you can expect the P wave break upwards this way. And this is one thing that I like about the Ichimoku is that as the name suggests, at a glance, you know that whether this is a trending market, ranging market, or non-trend market. And also we know the direction which way the price is wanting to go. So in this case, simply the price is above the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, price is above the Kijun Sen and the Kumo here. So this is bullish. And Chikou span is above the candles, so this is bullish. So in this case, so once again we can expect the market continue to go up this way. I mean, breaks the recent high upwards this way. We can expect that. However, because the Senko span BA flat and Kijun Sen flat, the price may come back to the Kijun Sen or the Kumo. So the better option will be you better look at the lower time frames. And whenever you see the lower time frame trends, you can ride on it. At least on this weekly chart basis, we don't see any trends right now. I mean, the equilibrium is bullish, so we can still expect this continuous bullish end wave towards this way. This is continuous bullish end wave. But once it breaks the previous low downwards this way, or on this pin bar, on this doji candle downwards this way, the price can go down. It may become a head and shoulders as a result, and the price can go down afterwards. And the price may come back to Kijun Sen or the Kumo. And you cannot take trades on the weekly chart because this is still still no trends. But you might see the downtrend on the lower time frame. For example, on the daily chart or 4-hour chart, you might see the downtrends in between the current price and the Kumo. If it goes down, then you can take trades to sell by the lower time frames. Let's look at the daily chart. Oh, the daily chart shows that this is ranging also. It's in the P wave. Like you can draw the line, the descending trend line, and also the trend line, and it is ranging right now in the P wave. So yeah, once again, there is no trends. So yeah, we better wait for the breakout in this case. Or you can simply look at the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen location to expect which way the price potentially breaks. Right now I can see that Tenkan Sen is above the Kijun Sen. So in this case, I expect the market breaks upwards this way, as per the daily chart. But yeah, the idea, or actually the idea for me to do this lives every day is to help you master Ichimoku, and also to help you look at the market and at a glance you know whether the market is trending or not, so that it saves a lot of time for you and you don't want to stick the chart every day 24 hours. You can be time efficient to the market. So you will have less time to analyze the market, but you have maximum profit as you can take. So that is the idea for me as a full-time trader. Because after I became a full-time trader, I thought I might have more profits than becoming a than I was used to a part-time trader. You know, I used to have a full-time job, so the time that I was watching the market was limited. I came back to home at like 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. or even sometimes 9 p.m. I come back to home, and I only had the time to look at the chart maybe 2 or 3 hours every day before I go to bed. So I was kind of dreaming to become a full-time trader, and after I become a full-time trader, I thought I have more time to look at the chart, and I thought I have more chances to take trades. But actually it wasn't true. I was initially looking at the chart almost every day, almost all day long, but that was very frustrating, and also it was not really time efficient. So I gradually shifted my mind to become time efficient so that I have less time to watch markets, but I can maximize the profit as much as possible. And that's why I came to the idea of using Ichimoku with the multiple time frames, and once I take trades, then I set the break even, and afterwards I won't look at the charts. And that's what I do every time I take trades, and I can be consistent now with between 10% to 20% return per monthly basis. Alright, so I have lots and lots of more questions, but unfortunately I have to go. So I will end the live in about 5 minutes. But I do see lots of people, and I do see lots of comments. So after I finish this public live, I will come back to the chat comments, and I will make sure to read through everything. So once again, thank you for joining, everyone. So yeah, please stay healthy. Please enjoy your weekend first of all, but stay healthy and stay safe. So yeah, until I see you next time, stay gold. Thank you everyone. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.